This quote just hits so hard. In a world full of temporary feelings, a man who truly cares is incredibly rare. It really gets to the heart of what we're going to explore today, how to spot the kind of love that actually sticks around. So today we're going to tackle a question that, let's be honest, a lot of us have asked ourselves. How do you know if love is real and built to last? We're going to see that it's usually not in the big, loud gestures, but in 5 quiet, consistent signs that honestly speak louder than words ever could. So, what is the big problem so many of us run into with modern relationships? Well, it's this whole issue of fleeting feelings. We live in a world where a connection can feel like the most intense thing ever one day, and then poof, it's just gone the next. And this right here, this just perfectly sums up the problem. Someone can say, "I love you" and promise you forever today, but as soon as things get a little messy tomorrow, those words just vanish. It creates this huge, painful gap between what they say and what they do, and it makes it so hard to know what's even real anymore. And that's exactly why we need to kind of shift how we look at this. Real, lasting love, it isn't loud and dramatic. It's quiet. It's found in the small, steady things someone does, day in and day out. What I love about this is the contrast it shows so clearly. On one side, you've got the loud words, right? Stuff like, "I'll always be there for you." But on the other side, you have the quiet actions, which is them actually showing up when life gets tough. And that right there is the difference between a promise and proof. So how do we actually spot this proof in the real world? Well, we're going to break it down with a simple framework built around 5 key signs. These are the actions that show you that you're not just loved, but that you are deeply, truly valued. All right, let's dive into the very first sign. And honestly, this one is the foundation for everything else. Okay, and here's the thing. This isn't about the respect he shows you in front of your friends or family. It's about how he treats you when it's just the two of you. When you're upset, does he actually listen? Or does he make you feel like you're overreacting? A man who truly loves you will never ever make you feel like your emotions are small or unimportant. All right, let's move on to the second sign. This one is all about resilience. Not just when things are good, but especially when they're not. I mean, look, it's easy for anyone to be there when life is a party, right? But real character and real love, that shows up when things get hard. A man who stays, who chooses to get in the trenches and work through the mess with you instead of running away from it, that shows a kind of loyalty that is just so rare and so incredibly valuable. Now for sign number 3, which really builds on those first 2. This is so important. A man who genuinely cares about you is careful with your heart. He's not going to play mind games or try to make you jealous just to feel powerful or just disappear for days without an explanation. Instead, his actions actually bring a sense of peace and stability into your world. All right, number 4. This one is all about how he sees your personal growth and your dreams. Think about it. A partner who truly loves you doesn't see your success as some kind of threat to him. He sees it as a win for both of you. He's going to be your biggest cheerleader, reminding you how strong you are when you start to doubt yourself and celebrating every single victory with you. Your happiness is his happiness. It's that simple. And that brings us to our final sign. Number 5. This one is maybe the most important because it's the glue that holds all the others together. You see, real love, it's not a switch you can flip on and off depending on your mood or whether it's convenient. It's a choice. It's a choice that he makes over and over again. It's about showing up consistently, day after day, in both big and small ways. That steady, reliable love is what builds real trust and security. So you take all 5 of these signs, these quiet actions, what do you get? What's the feeling it all creates when it comes together? It's this: emotional safety. And this is truly one of the purest forms of love there is. It's that feeling deep in your gut that you can be completely, totally vulnerable with this person because you know they would never, ever intentionally use it to hurt you.
So at the end of the day, these quiet signs, they're like the building blocks for a love that feels peaceful and real, not chaotic and confusing. They create this amazing foundation of trust where you just feel seen and heard and genuinely valued for exactly who you are.
So what's the big takeaway here? What should we all walk away with? It's really about learning to recognize and appreciate something incredibly special when you find it. And man, this quote it says it all, doesn't it? This kind of genuine love is not something you should ever take for granted, because way too often we don't realize just how precious it is until it's already gone. And that really is the most important thing to remember. If you are lucky enough to have someone in your life who shows you these 5 signs, cherish that person. It's not about holding on tightly because you're scared of being alone. It's about appreciating them because a connection like that, it's truly irreplaceable. So I'll leave you with this to think about. Just reflect on your own experiences for a second. Have you had this? Are you waiting for it? Because just being able to recognize this kind of love, whether it's in your past, your present, or your future, that's the first step to truly valuing it when it comes along.